So it's been 74 hours, or a little over 3 days, since I first got my hands on the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 4, Samsung's newest iteration of their foldable, flippable smartphone, which is building off the success of their previous Flip 3 by improving upon it in key areas like the cameras and battery life. In this video, I want to talk to you about some of the new experiences I've had with the Flip 4 after half a week of personal use, and share some insight on whether or not the Flip 4 could be the next phone for you. So let's get started. Starting with what makes this foldable much more appealing than its bigger brother Fold 4, price. At the time of this video, the Galaxy Z Flip 4, which comes in this purple color here, in addition to pink gold, graphite, blue, and around 75 other color combinations found on Samsung's website, packed with 128 gigabytes of storage and 8 gigabytes of RAM, retails for $1,000. But Samsung is throwing every pre-order incentive they can possibly come up with at this phone, like a free upgrade to 256 gigabytes of storage, a complimentary case to cover the clamshell, and enhanced trade-in values like a $900 credit you can get by trading in the aforementioned Flip 3, so make sure to check out the links in the description whenever you wish to take advantage of all these incentives. In exchange for the price you end up paying, you are getting the same great-looking 6.7-inch 1080p 120Hz refresh rate AMOLED folding display, but with slightly slimmer bezels, a beefier battery and processor, a less prominent crease on the inside, and a slimmer hinge on the outside, which overall gives us a much improved overall package at the expense of just 4 extra grams of weight over the predecessing Flip 3. All of this is complemented by a premium look and design, a great feeling matte glass on the front and back, glossy aluminum sidings for a good grip in the hand, an IPX8 water resistance rating for peace of mind, a great dual speaker setup for excellent audio whether the phone is open or closed, overall making this one of the most enjoyable and pocketable powerhouses Samsung has to offer inside and out. But what has actual day-to-day usage been like on the Flip 4? The best way for me to quickly describe the daily user experience is that this phone has mostly everything the average user would ever need, in addition to simply being one of the most enjoyable smartphone experiences money can currently buy. Heavier smartphone users can certainly argue that for a similar price, you can pick yourself up a Galaxy S22 Ultra with S Pen functionality, a bigger screen and battery, and more versatile cameras, but the portability aspect of the Z Flip 4 is something that cannot be explained through a spec sheet or a video, and it's something I have certainly gravitated towards as last year's Flip 3 became my personal primary phone of use, mainly because of that portability factor. And the Flip 4 is fitting that same bill while improving in some key areas, which we'll jump right into. Starting with the crease, since the crease is always a big talking point in the comment sections of these videos, you will be pleased to hear that the crease feels a little less prominent on this Flip 4 when running your fingers over it, which is something you will do hundreds of times per day when scrolling through social media, news articles, or whatever it is you scroll through on your phone. From a visibility standpoint, it still has a similar appearance, which overall is honestly never noticeable in regular use, but when outside in direct sunlight, you can definitely notice it. Something I have definitely appreciated though is the extra brightness feature found on the Flip 4, which makes seeing this phone outside in direct sunlight an absolute breeze, which couldn't always be said for my Flip 3, especially when using it for navigation in the car on road trips and when taking photos and videos outdoors. The cameras have also been improved on this Flip 4, and in my initial testing, I am very pleased with the wide and ultra-wide lenses offered here on a device that I find myself taking way more pictures and videos on over any other device thanks to its compact form factor and various shooting methods. It is super simple to double press on the power button and have a decent viewfinder, in addition to the phone's best cameras immediately available to you for quick selfies. Simply swipe up and down on the viewfinder to change between those wide and ultra-wide lenses, swipe left to switch over to portrait mode, which produces great results. I am no expert photographer by any means, and these shots were quickly taken without ever having to open the phone, which has definitely impressed me so far. Holding the phone in its upright position will take portrait orientation shots, and simply turning the phone once will take landscape photos for you, and swiping to the right and tapping once will start recording video for you. This is a video sample of the Z Flip 4 with the phone closed and the primary cameras facing me and using the front cover screen as a viewfinder. And this is how the video quality will sound here on the Z Flip 4. When looking at the more conventional way of filming things with your phone after opening it up, I found that 4K 60 video recording came out well in my initial testing with great image stabilization. Even when you are on the move, the videos look pretty smooth for whatever it is you're trying to record. The only criticism I have here initially is that I really wish this phone had some sort of telephoto lens, as most, if not all other Samsung phones, especially in this price range, have great telephoto lenses, so it just feels weird to not have any optical zoom capabilities here on the Flip 4 when it is so fun to take this phone out at any given moment to capture whatever catches your eye. Now, something that I think is definitely going to catch the eye of any previous Galaxy Flip owner is the battery life on this Flip 4. I think it's safe to say the days of 4 hours of battery life are over, because with the new increased battery capacity and the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 processor found in the Flip 4, I was able to get 7 hours of screen on time in a single charge, which I was not expecting at all. It is worth mentioning that a lot of this use was from watching YouTube, so I understand this 7 hours of battery life is going to be on the higher end of the spectrum, but things initially here are looking very promising for an area that used to be the weakest aspect of these Samsung foldables. Future Shane here. I just wanted to share with you guys another full day of use case here with the Galaxy Z Flip 4. I was able to get 6 hours of screen on time, so definitely impressed with the battery so far here on the Z Flip 4. Another historically weak aspect of the Flip, which has been finally improved on this Flip 4, is the jump from 15-watt charging up to Samsung's official 25-watt super fast charging, which is greatly appreciated. I'm able to charge back up to 50% in 25 minutes time, so I'm glad to finally see it here on the Flip 4. I'm also glad to see some other little refinements as well on this fourth Flip, like some seemingly improved speakers, which were already great on the Flip 3, but seem to be a little better on the 4, and the opening and closing experience of the phone feels a lot more sturdy and rigid in my initial usage compared to my Flip 3. My Flip 3 seems to also make a little more noise when opening and closing, which could be off-putting to some, while the Flip 4 is practically silent when flipping it open, which gives some extra peace of mind. And quickly addressing some other reviewers saying you cannot open and close this phone with one hand, I've personally found it quite easy to do once you acquire the muscle memory for it, like I have from my previous usage of Galaxy Flips. A little pressure from your thumb and a flick of the wrist will open the phone with no problems. So, after 74 hours or about 3 days of personal usage with the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 4, my initial verdict is this: I am very happy with the overall experience the Flip 4 has provided in my average day-to-day use. The subtle yet significant improvements made over the Flip 3 are certainly noticeable, and if you've never owned a Flip before, then I think this is a great generation to consider taking the plunge into a foldable phone if you haven't tried one out yet. But I'm curious to hear your thoughts on the Flip 4, so let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to give it a thumbs up on your way out, and please consider subscribing to the Shane Simons YouTube channel. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.